Hi, welcome back to Simply Jewish Parenting. I'm your host, Dina Sokloff. Okay, so we are now in the thick of the 9 days, and a very wise rabbi once told me that this is really a time where there's a lot of conflict and a lot of interpersonal conflict, and you really want to make sure to stay away from any type of conflict or any type of fighting. So I thought we would talk about teens and the things that they say, one particular thing that they say that can create conflict or could pull us into conflict with them. And what is that? You don't trust me. All right, so if you have a teenager, chances are that you've heard some version of the statement, you don't trust me. And if you're anything like most parents, the minute you hear those words, you feel defensive. You want to say, of course I trust you. Or maybe after what happened last weekend, how can I trust you? Before we react, it helps to understand what's often happening underneath those words. When a teen says you don't trust me, they're usually not talking only about trust. They're often saying, I want more freedom. Sound familiar? Or I want more independence. Or I want you to believe in me. Or I hate these limits. Or I want to be treated more like an adult. When we understand that, what's behind the words, the conversation changes. Instead of seeing it as an attack, we can see it as an opportunity to connect. One of the challenges of parenting teenagers is that they are living in the space between childhood and adulthood. They want independence and they want privacy. They want freedom, but they still need guidance, limits, and supervision. And honestly, that's frustrating for everyone involved. A curfew feels controlling to a teenager. Having to check in can feel intrusive. Parents asking questions can feel like an interrogation. But our job as parents isn't to give unlimited freedom. Our job is to help our children learn how to handle freedom responsibly. So what should we say when our teen says, you don't trust me? First, try not to argue, try not to lecture, try not to become sarcastic. Statements like, maybe when you're 30, or you're too immature, or stop being dramatic, usually shuts the conversation down. Instead, start with validation. Validation does not mean agreement, just letting you know that. It simply means acknowledging your child's feelings. You might say, I understand why you're frustrated, or I could see why this feels unfair to you. Those simple statements help teens feel heard. And when people feel heard, they become less defensive. So once you've acknowledged their feelings, you can calmly explain your perspective. You might say, this isn't about thinking you're a bad kid. Or, part of parenting is slowly giving more freedom as teens show they can handle it. Or, I trust many things about you. Trust just grows in stages. So I would also always say to my kids, I don't trust the world around you. I trust you, but I don't trust the world around you. Okay? I love that last phrase because it's honest. Trust isn't all or nothing. It's something that grows over time. Now, sometimes a teen says, you don't trust me because trust actually has been damaged. Maybe they lied, maybe they hid something important, or maybe they made a bad choice. When that happens, it's tempting to attack their character, but it's much more productive to focus on rebuilding. You might say, I want to trust you more easily again. Right now, we're rebuilding trust. Or, one mistake doesn't define you, but it does affect trust for a while. Trust comes back through consistent actions over time. That changes the conversation away from blame and toward responsibility. As Jewish parents, one of our goals is not simply raising obedient children, we're raising young adults with good judgment and strong character. That means giving them opportunities to earn trust, rebuild trust, and learn from mistakes. Pirkei Avos teaches us that growth happens over time. Character is built one choice at a time. Trust works the same way. Right? Ezehu Gibor Hakovesh et Yisro. It grows through consistent actions and responsible decisions. One thing I often remind parents is this: trusting your teenager doesn't mean having no boundaries. Even trustworthy teens need limits. You could trust your teenager and still have a curfew. You could trust your teen and still ask questions. You could trust your teen and still say no. Boundaries are not the opposite of trust. Boundaries are part of parenting. So here's a simple formula you can remember the next time your teen says you don't trust me. First, validate. I understand why you're upset. Second, clarify. This is about safety and responsibility, not punishment or not trust. Third, give hope. Trust and freedom grow over time. That's it. Validate, clarify, and give hope. Most importantly, remember that relationship is always bigger than the mistake. Okay, and we need to remember this, especially in this time period. So teenagers will disappoint us sometimes. They will make impulsive decisions. They'll forget things. They'll occasionally break trust. What matters most is that they know we can stay connected even when we're correcting them. Because every teenager needs to know, even when I'm upset with you, I still love you completely. They need that so much. Thank you for joining me on Simply Jewish Parenting. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and leave a review and share it with a friend. And if you have a parenting question you'd like me to answer or you'd like me to address on a future episode, I'd love to hear from you. So please, you can email me at asakloff@parentingsimply.com. Until next time, keep parenting simply and have a easy and meaningful fast.